Yeah. And it's still like, and it's still a good amount of like the area that don't even know that y'all doing it,
bro.
And it's a perfect date night thing, like you said, especially the don't tell thing. It's a perfect date night.
Most of them situation. Are BYOB, the don't tells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you pay $25 and you
can bring whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a crazy W.
Crazy W.
That's a crazy W.
If you wanna go with a lady, it's $50 for the both of y'all, and then plus the $30 you're gonna spend on alcohol, $80. You already winning. If you take her out to drink somewhere else, your bill gonna be over $100
every time,
and you're not gonna have a show.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to be doing the talking.
Yeah, that could be a bit too much for a lot of people.
Let us do the talking.
I'm at my best in silence.
Then, at the end of the night, at least y'all got something to talk about. Like,
that's
you
right.
got an experience. Like,
hopefully at the end of the night, it's less talking and more banging.
I know, right?
Yeah, so you had a whole night where you didn't have to talk much.
Right.
Some women, let's be honest. We talked about this before on the show. They don't have a lot of good conversations. So you taking that piece out.
You are.
They helping us with
replacing it with another piece. Oh, man.
A lot of the times, I like when they just laugh at the right times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That says a lot about a person, like when they laugh and how they laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, oh, okay, she's smart as hell. She caught that. You know what I mean? Like, she paying attention.
I said I used to coach with this guy, and he said, you always want to say something sarcastic or slick when you first meet somebody, and you see if they react. If they don't get it, you might have a problem. But if they get it, hey, that person's smart, regardless of whatever academics might say.
That's a good move.
I like it a lot.
I'm gonna start implementing that.
I'm all for it. Shout out to Ray Ridenhour. He came up with that. Yeah.
I don't think I have much witty stuff to say to test people out like that. Maybe I have to Google some stuff.
I don't think you can Google wit. I mean, you might get the definition of it, but you don't get the talent for it.
Oh no, I still find myself Googling knock jokes every once in a while.
When's the last time you used a knock joke?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I've used it as a pickup line here and there.
Oh man,
to kindergartners? Who's falling for that?
It works. Cause if a girl, if you online dating and a girl in her profile, she says, I love funny guys. I love, some of the move would be like, I like dry comedy. A lot of women will say that I like dry comedy, or I like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I hit them with the knock. That'll be the first thing I say. Not how you doing, not hey beautiful, because it's different too.
You're typing it. You're not saying it.
Right.
Okay.
Knock. And then once I hit knock, if she says whatever, I have to Google. I have to hit Google, man. I mean, you find something good.
I mean, I'm sure.
I got it on the hook.
When they see that knock, who's this corny motherfucker?
That's what they say. I like corny jokes. That's what it works, man.
If you're corny, you're my kind of guy. Hey, shout out to Kensley. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, are you still perfect with your gym move, Kensley?
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
He didn't tell us if it was big girls or not. So.
We'll assume there was.
Like I say, man, I'm with you on that, Kensley. So there's no shame here. Let's get this thing started.
Damn, I ain't heard from you forever. Sometimes I might shoot a text to see if that bitch say deliver. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm in my feelings. Maybe it's too late.
I still wonder who making you smile, who digging you down, who's getting all your time and loyalty, yeah. I still wonder who you keeping around, you making them proud, or is he just an imperfect replacement of me, yeah.
Used to call I push up, work out. Watch you match my fly, birds eye. The way you post my standards is based on hoes commander. So when they shoot, they shot, get curved now. Think about your curves now, taking a toll, wreck out. I know you say we need this baby, even bigger half face. So why should I believe I couldn't get one more trap? Chase that waterfall, rest in peace, I left out. My love was real, you can't deny that. All the shit I gave you couldn't buy that. Reminiscing how you screaming out my track. Hit you with the stick, got you bustin' like Iraq. Use the taste you miss as soon as I pull out. Damn, baby, is you good now? Got me wonder, do you even really love the nigga? When I lurk on your page, I don't even see it.
I still wonder who making you smile, who digging you down, who's getting all your time and loyalty, yeah. I still wonder who you keeping around, you making them proud, or is he just an imperfect replacement of me, yeah. I wonder,
do you know nigga keep it real? Is it solid dude help with bills? Are you focused on getting your degree? Do you still wanna have kids?
got a man, say you ain't a fan, but why you ain't just like me though? And I'm about my cheese, my cheddar, my chips. Bitch, I'm at the door like Rito. Why you won't smoke with me though? Why you acting like I wasn't cool going ahead, but you still ended up getting it for free though? I'm the man, 100 grand like Rio. And I used to meet you right about a Pico. Make sure I ain't drowned in the sinkhole. And she used to hold the iron for the wrinkles. And I guess you still remind me of me though. Always had a thing for them zeros. And you got an uncle in the feds like me, like damn, and your brother here CO.
I still wonder who making you smile, who digging you down, who's getting all your time and loyalty, yeah. I still wonder who you keeping around, you making them proud, or is he just an imperfect replacement of me, yeah. I wonder, do you know nigga keep it real? Is he solid dude and help with bills? Are you focused on getting your degree? Do you still want to have kids? No. Yeah, I wonder, baby.
No matter how much you dress that nigga like me, he couldn't be me. You'll never find nobody who ain't need eyes to know your body. Nobody. But I ain't gonna lie, on my conscience, I still wonder.
I like it.
Welcome back. You guys are back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. That was Pino with his mixtape, I Was Done, I Swear I Was, mixtape. Shout out to Pino with Trap Hamilton and Juju. Y'all go check that out, man. We big fans of all of those guys, for sure. Now, today, of course, as always, and don't forget, On the Bench podcast, we're available on all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. All right. Now, we do have Jarri Knows in the building. Is that a last name, or is that a part of the comedian?
I wish my last name was that wrong.
I wish.
Yeah, I wish.
What's your real last name that ain't
I
wrong?
can't even disclose. Nah, I can't because people put that shit on. People keep saying, I don't know where. It's weird. People keep calling me by my last name when they bring me on stage, but they're booking me through Instagram. But it's like, how the hell do you know my real last name? It's not.
It's not on there at all.
Yes, man, they'll look you up, man. They will look you up.
Right.
So we have Jarri Knows here. Yeah, there's the volume, but it's all good.
My bad.
No, it's all good. So we have Jarri Knows, comedian, in the building. We're going to be talking about, comedy, his career, and what's all going on in the city. I meant to tell you, I didn't prep Jarri at all.
Lee, my bad.
It's all good.
I'm turning it all off right now.
It's all
crazy,
good, man.
Unprofessional. My bad.
No, it's like you're in church and your phone keep going off. Everybody looking around like, who phone keep going off?
I'm a little disappointed it wasn't Pornhub.
Nah, that was earlier.
All right.
But I meant to tell you, I didn't prep Jarri at all. I meant to tell you, I want you to have a crazy, funny story or something to give us towards the end of the show. You got time to think about it.
Yeah, time to come up with a lie.
And outside of that, man, of course, we talk all about sports, music, entertainment. So as y'all can see, we got some stuff to talk about here. All right. Also, I had this thing a little later in the show. We'll do it now. I had Jolly on the show, and Jolly actually, he didn't force me. That's the wrong word to use, but he coerced me to get on stage and actually
coerced you.
Yeah. Huh?
Where at?
It was at Nightshade.
I think
it
I
was
was there
with
that
Will
night.
and Nightshade.
I think I was there.
And
that night.
You were there that night?
I think so.
I was there.
Thing was there too. And listen.
Can I tell my favorite part of that night?
What's that?
So we're outside before the show begins, like waiting for the crowd to get ready. And you and I are outside. We're kind of just standing there. And I remember Jolly comes out, or whoever was promoting the show is like, hey, it's time to go. And I laughed my ass off because your first 3 steps were away from the door. You were like walking to I-4. And I was like, oh, this might not go well.
And I'll give myself like a D+. I had one good joke in there that a lot of people laughed at and Jolly was impressed with. Well, I was talking about the chick, coochie was so loose, I went from Jacksonville to here and I was still inside the coochie or whatever. But the rest of it was bad. It was terrible. I'm not a comedian. I like to write, but I'm not a comedian. And on the show, Jolly told Pink and I and everyone was watching about tagging. I had no idea about tagging the joke, what that was, what that meant. Yeah. And he said that's what was lacking in that particular joke. Okay? So I'm coming back round 2 today. I have a joke that's it's a real story that happened, but it's a joke. I want to present it to you as a joke. So I want you to act as if I was on stage. I want you to give me the loud fake laughs you give when somebody's struggling. They do that, and it's wonderful, man, because I think it helps the people that be on stage, actually.
The big loud laughs?
Yeah.
Gives you a little encouragement.
Give me the light when it's time for me to wrap it up. I want you to give me that. So we'll do that a little later in the show as well. All right?
Can we throw shit at you?
I would hope not, man.
Okay.
I would hope not. All right, round 2 coming up later. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I saw something earlier this week. All right, we're not gonna dive all the way into it, but Pink and I, we're doing this show. We have women guests on here quite often, right?
Right.
But some of the guests, some of the people who comment a lot, shout out to Ebony, she's one of them. Say we don't not bash women, but she wish we'd be a little more lighter on them and whatever. I still don't like Megan Thee Stallion, but it is what it is. Okay, now I want to
be consistent outside the bedroom and inside the bedroom.
I want to give a shout out to the women today because they really surprised me with this thing that happened, and by now a lot of people who are in the hip hop news, they know what happened with Bossman Dlow, right? So.
Yeah.
And it was a very tough situation. He got into it with Tia. Why would you even get into it with a lady that seems so unhinged, and prepared?
Even if you win, you still lose.
Even if you win, you still lose. And so he got into it, and then she released the video. And if you don't know what's on the video, you can Google it or what have you.
How'd she get that video?
That I was just telling Pink before the show. How do you even get that video? But anyhow, she got it. She released it. The women that are anytime a viral post is out, whether it's sports, music, entertainment, rappers, the clip or even a social media clip or whatever, the clip is okay, but I'm a comments guy. I'm in the comments. I read the comments. That's the comedy for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love to read the comments. Right. So when this is put out, I'm reading the comments, and shout out to the women. They stuck by his side. They all of them. 95% of them on Bossman Dlow's side. Oh, I still love his music. It's about his music. It's not about nothing else. And I really thought I was going to see the opposite. I thought I was going to see the opposite. You know what I mean? So
I'll never listen to another song from that micro penis man.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Yo, putting a man on the internet on soft is crazy.
It's wild.
Crazy.
It's wild. It's wild.
No respect for the male anatomy at all.
It's wild because it's a lot of different elements that's going on that, you know what I'm saying?
Could have been extremely cold.
All that stuff,
She
man.
actually set him up for success, though, because now he got a reason if he dealing with a shorty to be like, hey, I'm about to pull out. What's up? about to end them rumors right now. What's going on?
There's no surprises, man.
She set the bar low for him, so you know what I'm saying?
That's true. He doesn't need to do much to improve.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
The only way is up from here.
Hopefully it's in as well.
All right, well, Jarri here, man. How long you been doing comedy, my man?
Man, I've been in comedy for 10 plus at this point, man. I just seen a video a couple of days ago. I'm like, damn, I've been doing this shit for this long.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And now you're doing it full time, you told us?
Yeah. I'm in it full time. I think last year was my first time going all in full time comedy, no outside distractions or, sources of income, just all comedy.
What went into that decision and how it's going? Because that's like a gamble, right? That's like...
Yeah, it was just like a lot of things going on in life where I was just like, man, let me just go all in on this because it's like Jumanji, man. I can't get away from this. You know what I mean? Any other thing I got into, it's just always led me back to comedy. So I was like, man, this year I got to go all in. And, if it doesn't pop off the way I wanted to pop off, then at least I can say that, I went all in on it. And then I went all in, and it just almost immediately just paid off, man. Crazy.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, look 12 months later, do you feel that you've made substantial progress?
1,000%. 1,000%. I feel like I'm finally in that space that I probably should have been, but I was just, had my hands in so many other things that I thought I was giving my all to it, but now that I'm giving my all to it, I realize I wasn't giving my all to it.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good space right now.
That's awesome.
So what? Talk about some of the events. I know we're talking about it off mic, sir, but talk about some of the events that you're behind. that are kind of on a regular basis here in the city?
All right, so every Monday at 8:30, I run a open mic. It's been like a flagship open mic in Orlando comedy scene for, I want to say, close to 10 years now. It's the open mic at the other bar downtown on Wall Street every Monday, and that's just sign up, show up, go up. You know what I mean? It's open to anybody who wants to get into comedy, who's just fresh, or if you're a working comedian just looking for some work on a Monday night. Tuesday, we're working on a new room. I don't want to say until it's final. I run a Thursday night in the Milk District at Barley and Vine, and that starts at 8 o'clock. It's every week. It's more of a showcase base where we get nationally touring comedians that are just traveling around in Florida looking for time. It's a really good room, real small and intimate. It's like a New York comedy club kind of vibe. And then Friday and Saturday, I run a comedy pop-up show called Don't Tell Comedy, and that's just in various venues around Central Florida. Real cool. Usually BYOB, not always BYOB if we do it at like a bar or a club or something. But it's real cool. And then Saturday I'm back at the Milk District with the late show at 10 o'clock. And I do pop-up shows in between here and there, but those are the 4 shows that I run consistently.
For the uninitiated, a pop-up show is what?
It's like a show that normally doesn't happen there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We broker a deal with the owner or the manager, whoever, and we're just like, look, we'll do a comedy show here. It's a one-off, and if it goes well, sometimes we do it.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also the one I went to, you guys didn't release the names of the comedians until like really late. I don't know if you ever did. Is that the concept to every show?
Yeah. For Don't Tell, that's the concept, because sometimes we get like superstars on it, you know what I mean, if we're lucky and they're just feeling generous. I know the one in Boston just had Bill Burr do a drop in, you know what I mean, so imagine paying $25 and then you're like 10 feet away from Bill and working on new stuff, you know what I mean, you get to see it before the rest of the world gets to see it. So I mean, just with the brand that Don't Tell has, people are familiar with it, like on the comedian side, so they're more willing to go do work.
Exactly. Now Kinsley is asking, no shows in Tampa. Show USF some love, because I have up here. All I did was take this from your IG.
Yeah.
Just some shows you got coming up recent.
Nah, I'm actually in Tampa March 7th and the 21st. It's my first time performing at the Edition. It's like a huge hotel down there in Tampa, man. I just saw Drake was staying there when he was doing his concert. I'm like, okay, I got to bring the tuxedo out for this one. I got to bring the suit out.
You going to slide by Mons Venus after the show?
Where?
Mons Venus.
What's that?
That's a strip
Good
club.
strip club.
I figured it was, but I didn't want to take it there.
My reputation precedes me.
And then be wrong. And I was talking about a bakery or something. I'm over here like, I'm going to pull some ones out, go grab some nipples real quick. Yeah. But,
Kansley, you better be in the crowd there, March 7th and 21st.
Yeah, pull up.
You're on the spot, bud.
I've been breaking into the Tampa scene all last year, man. I'm finally cracking them doors down. I'm trying to get it. Well, actually, I'm in Side Splitters May 5th for Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, man.
Now, I've seen you a bunch of times now, and I'll say I don't know what percentage to give it, but it seems like 70% of your comedic style is pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
So
which envelope?
It just depends on what I'm mad about that day.
Yeah. He's edgy now. He'll hit the edge and toe the line, and he'll go over a lot of times. How does that go over for the average crowd? You know what I mean? Like, because every comedian is looking for a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
But sometimes your jokes get like, ooh.
I was going through a phase where my comedy was getting real dark, man. I was just I don't know. Like, looking back on it, I realized, like, I was just going through things and it was reflecting through my comedy. But lately, I just been more of a crowd pleaser type. You know what I mean? I don't take it there too much, especially if I'm doing like a large scale paid show. Like, you can't take it there all the time. But like little smaller rooms, like just me and the 30 of y'all, we about to see if this works or not. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, Bubba, what's the darkest joke you remember him telling?
Oh man,
he got a couple, man.
I got one. I had to shelve it because I'm like, nah, I can't just be wearing them shoes every day. You know what I mean? I had to put that on the show.
What did it involve?
I'm disappointed.
It was about impregnating a deceased friend's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Hey, completely fake. All right, it's just it's not something I condone.
It was just a close call. It wasn't an actual pregnancy.
Or would tell y'all about if I did, or admit to it.
So, all right. So you're going. How much of new material are you doing? And you working on? Because you're doing this all the time.
Yeah.
You're doing it every week.
Now that I finally got these rooms like going automatic to where I don't have to, put so much, time and effort behind. I've been trying to work on at least 5 new minutes every week. For the next 8 weeks, I'm trying to have 5 new minutes. Right now, I mean, throughout the years, I'm sure I got hours worth of material, but the material right now that I have in rotation is an hour. So hopefully within the next 8 weeks, I got another solid 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Because once we start hitting this road, we go on tour in May. I'm trying to just grind, pump out content, reel after reel. Once I post a reel, I got that shit is dead. You know what I mean? So I can't keep using it.
How do you feel about relocating? Some comedians, of course, we know from the area have relocated and done. For some it's been positive on their careers. From others, not so much. What you think about that? Do you think it's necessary or?
It helps, and it definitely there's a way more upsides than downsides. But I don't know. Now that we live in the internet era now, you know what I mean, and people are blowing up from their living rooms. So I won't say that it's absolutely necessary, but it does help. You know what I mean? And it's just a case-by-case basis, too, because some people, they move and it's like, bro, you should have just stayed here and got good first. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or not even just get good, but just I was just talking to Cam Patterson about this the other day, man.
That's the name that is on my brain.
Yeah, him and David Jolly, the saying oh, you're a big fish in a small pond. What people don't understand is whether it's a big fish in a small pond or a big pond, you still a big fucking fish. You know what I'm saying? So if I go to another pond, I'm still on shark mode out there. You know what I mean? Because I was able to operate at an elite level in a small pond. Now, if you go to a bigger pond, you got to work your way up, and then hopefully you get to that elite level a few times. You know what I'm saying? Where you're getting over an hour's worth of stage time a week. Whereas here, I'm doing 4 or 5 shows a week. It's 20 minutes per show. It's 100 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's an hour and a half worth of work. Some people in LA, they're lucky if they get it on twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I see what you're saying with that.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to everything, but it definitely does help, especially if you're going to a place like Austin, because it's on the come up right now. You know what I mean? The city is behind the comedy. It's not just like a niche little thing over here. Like, the city looks forward to it.
Which it kind of still is here, but we changed
bro.
it. We changed
it. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it still is kind of
gap.
a niche thing here. Do you think? Now this is my opinion. Don't got to be yours, but I feel like it seemed like Cam got funnier out there. It's like I don't know if his. I used to watch Cam a lot here, and I don't know if it's that he sharpened his skills out there. It's something. It's a difference somewhere.
Man,
what would you put it at?
He's out there around comedy savants, man. When you got Shane Gillis dropping in on a show that you on, you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like that saying, still sharpen steel. So, and he's getting so many reps in out there, man. The first time I went to Austin, that's what inspired me to start taking over rooms. Because once I saw they were doing 3-4 shows a night within walking distance, I'm like, bro, we need to build that out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you getting 10-15 minute spots in one night, you doing 4 shows. What is that? Like an hour's worth of just gym time. You know what I'm saying? You getting in one night what most people don't even get in a week.
I think the developmental environment is important though. Like if you're around other elite level people, it's going to bring out the best in you. It is going to sharpen you. So if you can put yourself in that position in Austin or anywhere else, you're doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Because in comedy, it's real easy to get in these real mundane routines where you're just like, here's my 5. This show sucks. There's 6 people here, all that kind of shit. But if you're performing in front of packed shows and everybody's coming out to go straight Netflix on stage, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to step your shit up. Or you're going to move out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Might not be cut out for this life.
Right.
All right.
That bag boy job at Publix is still open.
Yeah, man.
Might have to supplant the retarded kid.
Hopefully you put your 2 weeks in and you just didn't quit abruptly.
It's a leave of absence. I didn't actually quit.
No, that's true. I went back and for some odd reason I listen to like old diss tracks from time to time. I went back with the Drake and Meek thing, and because the ghostwriter guy, he was working at the grocery store. I always say, I was just thinking to myself that like he just should have just played the part, man. Because now he's probably back at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like, just play the part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some other stuff here. Of course, we're going to come back to the comedy here. We do a segment when we have guests on here. Start a bench with Coach Pink. We're going to give it start a bench with Coach Pink and Coach Jarri here. All right. You're the assistant coach here today.
All right.
And this is what we talk about. We give you a couple of minutes to talk about, all the most of the trending topics in sports, music, and entertainment. All right. So getting my clock ready here. Again, I didn't prep you at all. I don't even know if you're a sports guy or not. Are you?
Yeah. When my team is winning, hell yeah.
Who's your team?
What's your team?
It depends on who's winning. Yeah.
I fucks with that. All right, so you guys get to decide whether you want to talk about it or not. Start or bench it. So let's go with Boosie. Start or bench.
We'll start Boosie.
All right, Boosie, a mainstay in our start or bench with Coach Pink.
He stays busy with the foolishness.
He says where he's from, of course, Louisiana. They don't listen to Eminem at all. We're still on this Eminem thing. I thought we left this a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Lord.
You keep bringing it back.
I mean, it's trending, man. What do you got anything to say about it?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, like, should we be surprised? I mean, Louisiana is a funky state.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, they operate under the Napoleonic Code.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, where he's from, where he hangs out, I can't imagine Eminem's a super big guy.
Got Brett Favre stealing food stamps out there.
That's Mississippi.
Oh, is it? It's
yeah,
close.
One's close. One state away.
Okay, one state away.
Don't besmirch the already sullied name of Louisiana.
Right.
What you think, Jarri?
Man, I think that Eminem needs to go on a 50-state tour and just shut everybody the fuck up. Bro, I sell out arenas, bro.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not in Boosie's circle, they don't listen to Eminem, but like that'd be a lot of people's problem. They just look at it in their circle. They stuck in his 1996 mentality, but it's the whole internet, the whole world watching everything you do. Yeah. So shit, maybe within your 5-block radius they don't listen to him, but I guarantee that motherfucker will show up and sell out. Where do the Saints play in New Orleans? He'll sell that shit out.
Superdome.
You know what I'm saying? He sell out the Superdome like that, and you know he will. So I don't know why people even waste their time trying to act like Eminem don't put numbers up.
If he does, he needs to bring Jameis out for a segment. Just to do Jameis things.
Hell yeah.
All right, time. We got DoorDash. Start a bench.
I despise DoorDash, but we'll start and see what's going on.
Okay. So this guy's going viral for posting 2 sandwiches. You probably can't see it on this small screen here, but one sandwich on the one screen is well done, it's finished, and the other sandwich in his other hand is like it's not cooked at all. So basically what he's doing...
Well, what kind of sandwiches are those?
Burgers. So basically
they're not sandwiches then, they're burgers. It's a big difference.
Come on, man. Sandwiches are burgers.
No, it's not. It's not, dude. You go to get burgers or you go get sandwiches. There's 2 different things here.
I think a sandwich is anything with 2 pieces of bread. Okay?
The burger's a different animal, man.
And he's editing the pictures so he can get his money back from DoorDash. That's what he's doing.
Oh.
Okay. So,
So his burger came fine, but he
Yes.
just wants to get a free burger, so he doctors up a photograph and says this. Cheesy move. No, fuck him. If you're lazy enough to use DoorDash and pay the extra money to do that, like, I hope they fuck up your burger. I hope you get food poisoned and shit for 3 days. Like, you deserve that. Why I don't like it, like, you turn like a $7 McDonald's order into like $20 when you get all the fees and all the bullshit.
Right.
It's just lazy, man.
Sometimes they have promos and deals.
I ain't going around for their promos and deals. I hope DoorDash goes out of business after it poisons all of their crappy customers.
We only getting fatter as a nation. That shit, them stocks is going up.
Yeah, man. And there's very few items of food to me that travel well at all.
Yeah.
Maybe pizza. That's about it.
Cold French fries, I'm not a fan of.
No, they're horrible.
Nicki Minaj, start a bench.
You love her, man. You probably have a poster on your ceiling, and you pleasure herself to her.
What we doing, man?
Just we'll start. Clearly, you want to talk about it. Now we have to. We have to. It always gets me a little fired up when we talk about these trifling whores.
I'm just saying, her little sister is into music now, and they're saying she sounds pretty good. What do you think about the idea of having a Nicki Minaj 2.0 as another generation of Nicki?
I am pro-choice. We could have got this one early. Very disappointed we didn't.
Come on, man.
Just another useless female rapper. I mean, we're just inundated with this stuff.
We haven't heard her yet, man.
I'm sure she ain't good. I'll put the farm on it. Come on, man. The apple generally doesn't fall far from the tree.
That's how the saying goes.
Yeah, for a reason.
You got any hope for Nicki's sister music, Jarri?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like she would have already been on one of Nicki's tracks, or at least got her name dropped in one of her songs if she was at least decent.
Yeah, unless she's like ridiculously young and just like now's the time you're going to start.
Or just very.
That's true. That's a great point.
She has to be completely opposite of Nicki. Like I don't know, man. That whole like saying sex sells and shit, that was cool in the 90s when motherfuckers had to go to like porn stores to see titties. But like, we can see anything we want at 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? You got to come with some bars now if you're a female rapper, because this whole prostitution music thing is just.
Let them know, because they hadn't figured it out yet.
Yeah, man.
All right, going on next, and we have a Nicki Minaj super fan in the chat. Pink Nina.
Stop trying to steal my name. I got mine the honorable way. Heritage.
Hers is just because her coochie is pink. And her booty hole brown. All right.
And you know because?
I would hope so. Dak Prescott started bench here.
Oh, man. The Cowboys need to bench him. But we'll start him here because I feel that a mistake is about to be made.
Yes, so fresh rumors of Dak Prescott's new contract because he has to get paid now. It could be a whopping $60 million a year, which would shake up the landscape for new contracts here.
Yeah, it'll shake it up because over half the quarterbacks in the league will be able to say, I'm better than that guy. Right. And he's making $60 million, so what should you pay me? The Cowboys will probably do this, and they'll rue the day they did. He's just not that guy. I mean, how many times do you march into the playoffs and underperform before somebody realizes you're not that guy? I mean, I realized it a long time ago. I mean, Jerry Jones, maybe it's senility. He's old. He's useless. I don't know. Like, it's just not a good idea to put that much money in there. And again, you're going to sit there and say, I mean, we're a year and a half removed from should they move on from him for Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
And now 18 months later, let's pay him $60 million a year and reset the quarterback market? This is idiocy. Yeah. I hope the Cowboys are like never win another title, ever.
They probably won't until Jerry bites the dust.
Can't come soon enough. Maybe he could go down in that yacht. Man overboard.
It's been worse ways to go.
Yeah. Drowning, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
But you're in your yacht. Maybe you got.
Well, you're outside the yacht. It's gone down. You might be in a life raft with fucking Jack and Rose. What's going on?
What's your day, Jarri?
I think they need to just sell the team and just move on from football altogether.
What should they do then?
Bro, maybe raise cows. Whatever they do out there in Dallas.
They do in Dallas.
Bustling cow market. Wow.
Oh man,
it's kind of sad, man. The Cowboys are like that deadbeat dad that calls their kid and be like, "I'm gonna pick you up today," and it just doesn't show.
Every year they have like a good run for a little while, and then it's I'm going to pick you up.
I think he's gonna this time.
We're gonna go to Disneyland.
That shit is like the first 30 minutes of the movie Liar Liar on a loop.
Yeah. It's on a loop because the problem is the fans, they believe it every time.
They do.
Oh, he's coming.
They're
Yeah,
so
he's coming this
gullible.
time. Every single
But
year.
remember we did that piece a couple weeks ago at the and like they recognize they're gonna fail, but they still believe. Like they're mentally damaged people.
These guys are 38 years old, still believing their dad is going to come for Christmas, man.
The nigga's dead. He's not coming, bro.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
He's out of there.
He's out of there. Patrick,
Corey, we're talking about you right now.
Patrick Mahomes started bitch.
Oh, all day.
So Antonio Pierce, the Raiders' new coach, of course, he says that they have a plan in place to stop Mahomes, and they're calling it the Mahomes rules, very similar to the Jordan rules that they put in place. That every time Jordan would come to the hole, you elbow him, you hit him in the nuts, whatever it takes to make sure he feels you that he's here today, and those are the rules that he's implementing for those Raiders for Mahomes.
I listened to Antonio Pierce on the pivot, and I get what he's doing, and I understand it. You want to make the game of football uncomfortable for the people you're playing against, and I get that. I applaud it. I do think it's like an oversimplification, though. I don't think that alone is going to unnerve Pat Mahomes to the extent that he can't function against the Raiders.
Yeah.
You got to have more than that. You got to have talent. You got to have a good tactical plan. But there's nothing wrong with having that physical element and getting into it. And to be honest, like there's clips of like Max Crosby kind of getting into him, and Pat's even said, "I hate playing against him."
Yeah. It's been a couple of years of that.
And it's already kind of there in the Raiders' DNA to do that. I like it. Interesting though, like Antonio Pierce is making the podcast rounds.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know of another coach that's been that like all in an off season on the podcast circle. And it is one of those weird things where he may overtalk himself.
Yeah, that's
and
what I was thinking.
I'm not saying he's gonna like disclose game plans or something, but he could almost just oversaturate himself, build a little resentment, and maybe put his foot in his mouth. It's a little dangerous what he's doing.
Yeah, I was thinking, why would he even say that? You know what I mean? Because now it just sets him up to fail. Because say Patrick Mahomes plays him next season and he goes for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and it's like so much for that game plan, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
should have just did it, and then maybe after the game, be like, we shut him down tonight. That was part of the.
And I'm sure Mahomes is going to lock this store.
Oh, absolutely,
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
that's how they do it. And they play twice a year every year, so that's going to be in there for sure.
Yeah,
gonna be
but
awesome.
again, it really matters what it does for the Raiders,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't think saying what you're saying on a podcast is the way to go about it. But what you say in that locker room matters,
Right.
and if they buy it, they believe it, and they are convinced that they're somehow got something for the Chiefs, more power to them. I don't know. I'm just not big on disclosing, too much of that if I'm in a coaching position.
No, that's good. That's good. All right, that'll do it for Starter Bench with Coach Pring and Coach Jarri. The last one we didn't talk about is I benched it myself. I just thought about it, but I watched this the new show with Vince Staples, and I wasn't sure if you guys watched it or not.
What's the name of the show?
I want to say it's Vince Staples. I mean, on Netflix it'll say Vince Staples. I think it has the name of the show.
I don't even know who the Vince Staples is.
I know he's an artist. You don't know Vince Staples either?
No, I do. I'm trying to remember the name because I know the name.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But basically, what was going on is he was saying how many times that he had to try out for different roles before he even got this show. It was like something like 20 times or something crazy, and basically it was like how many times he failed before he actually got it. It's an interesting show, and I think he's a good actor, but he has this particular style. You know what I mean? It's almost like that white girl who does the podcast. I don't know what kind of style
It's
you
like
call
deadpan,
that. Yeah.
sarcastic kind of.
Exactly.
Just very flat and dry.
Yeah, but has a comedic relief to it. You know
Okay.
what I mean? But yeah, so I just thought that was interesting just to know how many times, but not interesting enough for a topic.
But if you're outside the box like that, you really present it a different way. It's going to take some time for that to resonate and hit, for sure.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. Okay. let's go here. Are we ready to do some joke critiques here?
I'm always ready, especially yours.
Are you ready, Jarri?
Let's do it.
He's the one that matters. He's the professional.
That's why I got to make sure he's ready.
Quote unquote. That's the rumor.
That's the rumor.
All right. It's weird, man, because I'm already nervous. You know what I'm saying? We just on the podcast, just riffing. All right.
Bubba, you might need mental training. I mean, I'm not saying like you're like disabled, but like,
Well,
no, like you got
some
to.
of my exes may think.
You got. you really got to like get a better mental approach to these things.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it even goes back to you're missing the train a lot.
Yeah. It may stem from that.
It does. Yeah. I'm quite certain. I'm a good analyzer of people.
All right.
All right, now with your little joke.
Give me an introduction. Bubba Brown coming to the stage. Give me an introduction, man.
For his third ever comedy appearance.
The second, man.
You said a joke on the show with Jolly.
It was the same joke. I just redid it, and he.
You know you didn't. You did the whole porn setup joke.
Yeah,
like
it was the second joke. So this is my third time.
See?
Yeah, but that was. Really
I'm the show historian.
That joke was really bad.
You may do the heavy lifting, but I'm the show historian. I remember things. So, for the third time, and he finally admits it, we bring to you the great Bubba Brown.
There you go.
Fuck off, mate.
All right, how y'all doing out there tonight?
We good.
All right. So, I'm gonna reset here.
Not to start your open for.
This nigga buffering.
Maybe a fluffer.
This shit crazy.
To be honest, I wasn't 100% ready. All right, but let me. That was like a short opening. You
started it.
You wanted me to ramble on?
No.
One-time male cheater leader at Bethune-Cookman.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Underwhelming DJ.
All right. All right, seriously. There we go. It's sad to see a lot of your OGs go in the family. You know what I mean? So shout out to anybody out there that's dealing with a recent, death in the family.
You were dark.
Your OGs in the family, man, they taught you a lot. If you go back, and I'm talking about your grandparents, your grandma, your granddads, your great grands. They typically, they go when you're in your 20s, your 30s, and whatnot, your 40s or whatever, and it's sad to see them go because you have memories of back in the day. You know what I mean? Them whooping your ass going up and getting a damn tree limb from the tree coming in, whooping your ass, stuff like that. Funny jokes, all of that good stuff, man. You just have all of these memories. And my granddad, he recently, passed or whatever, and so, we had our last memory of him. We were in the damn hospital. This is a rough joke. You know what I mean?
You're telling me.
Give me some time to get through it.
We're struggling over here.
So we were in the hospital where he was on his deathbed, and see, this is, hold on. Can I pause here? Pause here for this thing. This is one of my key problems I have with joke telling. Okay?
Yeah.
I know it takes a while to get to the punch. The dead period between the time I'm starting and the punch, it kills me. I had that when I was on stage. That gap, that's what really deterred me. I knew where I was getting to, and I was getting there.
But it's the same thing that when you did it here with Jolly, it's the same thing. He told you to strip out like half of your front part of the joke.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
Because it started off, it's sad when your OGs go. And then we was talking about getting the switch off the bush, and now we at the hospital. You know what I mean?
It's nothing there yet.
Yeah.
It's nothing there yet.
The joke ain't even started yet.
Yeah.
Unless all of this is part of the punch.
And it better be a hell of a punch.
It's a hell of a punch.
It better be the Frazier left and put Ali down.
It's a hell of a punch. But where I messed up, because when I'm writing a joke, I have jokes with the OG it's more to it than the stripping the limbs out. But when you get nervous, and when I get nervous and the dead time is there,
you just fill it with words.
I'm like, okay, let me advance and let me get to this damn punch. But I have the tags of the fucking the getting the tree limbs, like funny shit about your OGs doing your memories of your grandparents.
Yeah.
Of back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't do it. I skipped past it. You know what I mean?
So you already skipped past part of the joke.
I already skipped past that.
Oh wow, we never would
You
have
gotta
done.
you gotta put the tag after a punch, because if you tag before the punch, it's kind of they work better after. The tags is shit that you normally are supposed to say while people are laughing. That's when it like makes it hilarious, because then it's like, okay, I hit him a punch and I got a reaction, ha ha ha, and you throw the tag on there. And
You
like,
got
oh shit,
you gotta tighten up the intro. Get us to the joke.
Get us okay.
And then hit the punch and then tag the hell out of it when we laugh.
Okay, so what I should have did, I should have took out the whole tree limb shit. Take that out. I could probably leave the OGs in there, the grandparents, but then I need to advance to the hospital ASAP, because this is what the punch is at.
Right, because you're doing with the OGs, and hopefully the people in the crowd are like, as you're saying that, they're thinking of their own OG.
That's what I'm trying to get.
You know, and who's been at the hospital with a dying family member? Yeah, maybe people, it's a little bit dark, but I've been there, whatever.
Yeah. All right, so that's where we at right now. All right, we at the hospital.
Hey, here's an idea. How about you just don't do jokes?
Who said that, man? Who the fuck said that?
I was thinking the same thing.
This is why people never spoke in school, okay? They never raised their hand to speak in school because of the people like this.
You shamed Bubba.
It's fucked up. But I'm going to keep going, all right? I'm going to stutter my way through.
Caps, and I don't even know why, but I just feel like it's shady. She put "do" in all caps.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we at the hospital, all right? Okay. So we at the hospital, and my granddaddy, you can see it. The life is out of his face, all of that stuff, man. I'm sitting here with my dad, and my dad is the funniest guy I know. All right, man. And the funniest thing about him is when he gets sad, he gets really fucking nervous, and he just rambles off. All right, so he's sitting there and he's talking to my granddad, talking his ear off about my nephew playing football, all of that stuff, and then this nurse comes in. Fine ass nurse, man. I'm talking about fine nurse. Couldn't be a day over 30. She's from the west side. You know what I mean? You can tell she's a boy mom. Thick as all outdoors. You know those types, man. The type that failed the nursing test 3 or 4 times. Yeah, you know what nurse I'm talking about, man.
But she didn't give up.
Didn't give up, and she comes in. She comes into the room, man, and she's going to change my granddaddy. Now, I can smell he's been shitting on himself for the past hour, but it's a sad moment, and you know what I mean. So she comes in to change, and she's like, "Hey, I know, you're the grandson, you're the dad, and it's okay, you guys can stay, but I need to change Mr. Brown here." And so she goes, and she's changing him, and she's taking us. My dad is constantly talking. He's talking to my granddaddy. Who knows if he can even fucking understand what he's saying? All right, and she's taking his pants off. And just out of the clear blue sky, my dad just yells out, "God damn, that's where I get my little dick from." and he's the funniest thing about it is he's dead ass serious. He's mad as fuck. God, I've been walking around for 50 years with this last dick because of you. God damn, you better have some money in the wheel. And he's going off, right? He's going off. He's walking up. He's getting out. And the nurse she stops what she's doing and she's looking at me, and and I'm looking at her, and and then I get a thought. I'm like, oh no, what they got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. Right. What they got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. I got my mama dick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let them handle what they gotta handle.
That's my stepdad.
I took after Uncle Lilo.
Uncle Lilo. You know what I'm saying? So that's the joke.
I like the punch a lot. Yeah. You absolutely just gotta cut out all of that.
90% of that shit.
Like, yo, when a loved one passes away, man, it's fucked up. But I had a weird experience and then go straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it was much better than the porn joke. Would you agree, Penn?
Yeah, it was better. But yeah, I like that.
And probably better than the loose coochie joke.
Yeah. No, the Goose Coochie just maybe because it was in front of like a crowd.
Yeah.
Because it did like people reacted
well,
to it,
yeah,
so like it's a little different in that. No, I like the premise. Yeah, that is not bad.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's hella tags to be made.
Do I keep the nurse shit in there?
Yeah, because that gives you reason to be like, yeah, I don't know them for real.
Yeah.
You said the
Don't
scene.
oversell her though.
Yeah.
You kind of like heavy, like, oh, all right, okay.
Unless while you're selling her is funny. Like, I thought it was funny that you called her a boy mom, because that's interesting.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because that is a thing. Like, women who are raising sons are usually like more empathetic and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. No, and I think you could have got to the point where she looks at you and you want to have a snappier response than that. Like something sharper. You're kind of no, that's I don't have that problem. You gotta have like that's got to be a bang.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact thing
what you
is.
put there.
Yeah. Or like he said, like even just like she makes eye contact with me. It's like, no, that's my stepdad.
Yeah.
And like bang, just go from there.
You could take a pause and then build suspense, because how you're doing the dialogue with your dad and your grandfather, how he's going off, and you're just like, yo, I had to take control of the situation, and then pause. I told the nurse, I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say it like that, it's just like, because you're making them think that you're about to like interject with your dad, and you're just like, oh, he worried about the nurse.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
We got some decent comments in the chat.
Kensley's online with us. Solid joke. Just took a while to cook.
Just took a while to cook.
Took a while. that was the damn Thanksgiving turkey. Started at 6 a.m. You got to microwave that bitch.
For real.
You need the air fryer.
Shout out to Kobe and Ebony, man, and Nina, even though she's just laughing.
Nah, that's a real solid joke, man. That shit is funny.
All right, appreciate you. All right, we're gonna go to let me go here. Give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors here, Royal13thebrand.com. Again, that is Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink, and you'll be fresh here heading to the spring. It's going to get warm soon. Okay, it's going to get warm. You're going to want your above the knee shorts and your fly shirts with the buttons on, or whatever you want to do. It has fly women tanks on there, all of that stuff. Use promo code Bubba Pink, and you'll be fresh heading to the spring. All right. Let's go here. We're going to go.
I need more above the knee shorts, to be fair.
We're going to go to the NBA really quick. And then Jarri. Do that rhyme? Jarri? No, I don't. I'm not a rapper, y'all. And then we're going to get to your story. You know what I mean? So be prepared for that. Jason Tatum been saying some crazy stuff lately, man.
Such as?
Been saying some crazy stuff, man. So he's saying, just saying that he believes he could be the face of the NBA. And in the same interview, he's saying that he doesn't know, he doesn't know why he can't be the MVP. And basically, it's sort of the same thing that most guys do every year. Guys that are kind of on the outside looking in. Embiid did the same thing. Embiid is my guy. He did the same thing. Well, leading up, he's just putting seeds in your head. Like, hey, what about me? Everybody does this.
No, we live in an era of self-promotion. Yeah. If you're not going to promote yourself, who's gonna?
Yeah.
And there's a reality to, like, an MVP conversation typically circles around a couple names. And if you don't interject yourself to the extent that people are, he does this. A couple people will be a little offended by it. Some people, that's my guy. But what's really going to happen is people are going to start stacking the case. And they're going to look at his numbers and compare it to the other guys in that mix.
And say, why not?
Oh, wait. Hey, he ain't that far off.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Team's best team in the league, or what, close to it.
And it is.
Yeah, for sure. Not a bad move.
No, it's not. It's not a bad move, especially as far as the MVP. Because he is the best player on the best team in the league, right?
Yeah.
But the face of the NBA is what I'm saying, right? Because for one thing, I don't understand why the face of the league has to be an American-born player. Because every time I'm watching something or reading something, they only list like Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, as far as the next guys, Zion. And these guys they're just not at the tier of what these international players are at. Jokic, Giannis, even Embiid, even though he hasn't won, but especially Jokic and Giannis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Luka to a lesser degree because he hasn't won either. You know what I mean? But I think Luka is a more prominent player than Jason Tatum. You can argue whether he's better or not, but he has a bigger
profile.
A bigger profile than Tatum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I guess the simple answer to say, the league's in the United States, so there's probably some marketing thing, in New York at the league office. It's like we want to have an American-born player kind of prominent in our marketing. Mm-hmm. I get that. It makes some sense. But for me, looking at it from the Tatum perspective, and this is one of the qualities I admire about him, he's never been a guy that hides. He's a guy that he wants to be great. He tries to be great. He keeps himself out of trouble. He's a focused guy. I have a lot of respect for how he goes about being an NBA star. Now, there's a fair argument to say, hey, I just like a few players better than him, and I don't think he's in that absolute MVP tier. But for him to say it, to call it, to whatever, speak it into existence, I got no problem with it. I like the ambition. Keep playing at the level and see what happens. Make people make a decision.
Do you think he could be the face of the league?
I don't think so, because I think we're kind of talking about the post LeBron thing. I honestly feel that player's probably not in the league yet. My belief on things is that there is, and it happened when Jordan left. There's this push to replace this enormous person, and you can't. Nobody else is that. And so you're going to cycle through a couple guys, a batch of guys, thinking that they're the face, and they're not, because they're not that good, and we're that close to seeing greatness, meaning the prior guy, LeBron. It's going to just take a little bit of time. It might be a 3, 4, 5-year window post-retirement when another player rises to prominence, and they may not have to quite be as good as LeBron, but they're going to be that next thing, and it's going to feel authentic, and we're going to be far enough removed from the shadow of LeBron that we could really embrace somebody as the new guy.
I think
that's what I believe.
I think that feeds into the conversation of why the face of the league is always somebody that's an American-born citizen, because people want somebody that they can relate to, and that's like like the people's hooper. You know what I mean? Like the type of guy you can run into at LA Fitness or whatever. And I feel like when LeBron came out, he had that story. He had the lopsided afro, single mom, poor. You know what I mean? The aesthetic that people could relate to now. And, I mean, it's going to be super hard, especially now that we got NIL deals, to get that same feel, because, 19-year-olds, for the most part, aren't driving Lamborghinis. You know what I mean? If you've been rich since you were, 14, 15, it's going to be hard to look like the people's athlete, because you're not
that's a good point. That's a good point.
That lifestyle that they live. So,
yeah,
you're I feel like you're absolutely right as far as, the player's probably not in the league. I mean, it probably might not even happen, man, honestly, the more I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because the game is just so different now, man.
Yeah. They may need to market the league, in a different way.
I think you do. I think you need to market it in a different way and be okay with that, and let this, run its course. Let it run its course. And the reality is, you have a lot of great players in the league.
Yeah.
And I've always loved Giannis. You got Luka, you've got Jason Tatum, you got and Wemby's a guy that's showing signs. He's got a charisma, a character to him that's impressive. He obviously needs to start to have some team success before you're there. But there's just a lot of great players in the league that take the game seriously, that give everything they have, and aspire to greatness and basically get there. And so stop trying to just find this next guy that you're not going to find, and embrace kind of like an ensemble cast of guys that are worth following, that are dudes that are doing great things with basketball.
You know who I thought it was going to be, but it just obviously isn't. I thought Zion was going to take over that because he's an anomaly of an athlete too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has that maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it was for LeBron too. They have this athletic ability that you can't teach or train. You know what I mean? It's just a natural freak level that makes people gravitate towards.
I think there's a weird combination. Part of it is an elite, almost breathtaking athleticism that almost you realize instantly you're seeing something extraordinary.
Right.
There is also a little bit of relatability to the way the player plays the game. And I do think for pure big men, and I think this will apply to Wemby, like the relatability issue is always very tough for big players. Jokic, Embiid, Wemby, because like people can't go to the gym and pretend to be you. Like it's just ridiculous, But on lower levels, you could try to be Jordan or Steph Curry or even LeBron, maybe a little bit, with at least being an all-around team player and doing things on both ends. And your play style has to resonate and be relatable. Your athleticism has to be breathtaking, and then you got to be a guy that's commercially viable. Speak well, have a good backstory that I mean, you think about it, like LeBron, like the single mom, grow up in Ohio, going to the Cavs, etc. It's a crazy narrative story. What do we hear about Jordan? Cut from the varsity as a sophomore. Like those things are parts of their legacy and their whole story. That's important. And it's gonna be, whatever, the guy that grew up in $3 million mansion and was number one player from 8th grade on. It's just not
right.
That's the real thing. I think he's absolutely right on that.
YouTube dancing for the. You're already tired of him by the time you listen.
Yeah, for real.
I'm sick of seeing this kid, man.
Yeah, that's a part of it, man.
No, that's good. That's real good. But yeah, we'll definitely see on that. NBA returns this week, tomorrow actually. So we'll see on that. Any quick notes you have from the All-Star? I know they kind of tore it down.
They did. I mean, and they rightly so. To me, the All-Star game is an embarrassment to the league. I mean, they throw this big weekend. They want everybody to pay attention to it, and then by Sunday, the game day, they embarrass themselves, and it's going on 4, 5, 6 years now.
Yeah.
And I am so tired of listening to people not wanting to get hurt. I mean, as fans, we don't give a fuck. Play ball. Like, that's what you're here to do, and if you are so concerned about injury, if you're so goddamn fragile, be Jimmy Butler and never go. Seriously. We don't need you. I mean, we want 20 guys to show up that want to be there. I mean, and you don't have to play 4 quarters. Like, you can't be as shitty as they were in the first quarter because you lose everybody. I mean, nobody's trying to do anything. Dudes are taking 35-foot threes every possession. Nobody's getting back. It's a joke. It's just stupid. It looks bad. It's not entertaining. But be somewhat competitive. And then the fourth quarter, let's just go have a pickup game with the best dudes. Like the alphas step front and go play. It's not a complicated formula. But if you're league-wide that paranoid of injury, that paranoid of exerting too much energy, what the fuck?
I'm sure they play harder in practice.
They do. They play harder in a pickup game in like a private run at UCLA. That's what I mean. Multiple guys said that.
Yeah.
That it's an absolute joke. This thing. I would cancel it.
Yeah, especially if they're because even your guy Ant just came out and said he just doesn't foresee players that even like just playing ever. Like he doesn't.
And LeBron comes out there, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know
what
what
to
do.
You're the fucking preeminent guy in the league.
You know what to do.
Set the tone.
If you play harder, everybody else will.
Exactly.
But also, you could even put onus on the coaches. Like just sit Luka down.
Everybody.
But there were some guys out there that just really like Luka and fucking Jokic. Those two guys, they wanted
clowns.
to be anywhere but there.
Yeah,
Like they that shit was awful.
No, it's for real.
But then, other
and
players
look at
as well.
who those guys are. I mean, they're as big as we have in the league.
Yeah, as big as we have.
And they're the guys setting the tone.
Yeah.
It's an absolute joke. It's an embarrassment.
It was a handful of guys that was playing at a whatever okay level for what it was. KD.
Yeah.
Dame,
but I mean, we've played pickup and
Cat
like
is just fucking. Come on, man.
Cat, I would ban him from the league just on stupidity alone.
I could be a little off on this, but I feel like this might stem from just how the league has been conducting themselves, like with the players these past few years, like crazy with the text, can't show too much emotion and shit like that. They're kind of taking the competitive edge out of the game. So I don't know. I would like to ask a player what was the turning point, because the All-Star games used to be good.
I'm gonna tell you the turn. It's a combination of what you just said and then a combination of the league incentivizing players for everything else aside from the All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're incentivized for playing more games now in the regular season. Like they give you more money. You know what I mean? Then they implement it into your awards that you also get more money for if you win all, first team NBA, second team, whatever, All-Star game. So, but all of that. So what they're saying is another thing you could do is just give them more money, and then have them compete in the All-Star game. And somebody even said maybe if you line up bags of money along the baseline, and the winner, you know what I mean, and the winner just gets the money, and the losers have to see them
get the money,
And you know they're gonna blow that money that night.
Oh, that night, especially in a place like Vegas, where it was this year.
It was in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
It's hard to blow that kind of money in Indianapolis.
Who was in Vegas? The Super Bowl was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Super Bowl was in Vegas.
Bummer, man.
I'm sure they got strip clubs in Indianapolis.
I don't want to see that talent. Wow. Talk about tanking.
They got some big booty white girls in Indianapolis, man.
They can keep it in Indianapolis. Don't bring that shit to Florida. They got no use for it.
Anything. I don't think I ever met any talent from there.
No.
Not from Indianapolis. That's rough. That's where Mike Epps is from, right? Yeah, he's from Indianapolis.
Mike Epps probably
we
the
talk
baddest
about
bitch
women
out of Indianapolis.
I know we talk about women, but all right.
Yeah, we tried to talk about women and we came up with Mike Epps.
Yeah, I know.
Tells you all you need to know.
Tells you all you
Oh wait, Janet Jackson, she from Indiana, right?
Gary, Indiana. That's right.
Oh shit,
okay.
they might have something out there.
She's old and weird.
Hey, she showed a nipple.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
enough, right?
A decade and a half ago.
I mean, I don't know if I'm dying to see it today. When she showed it, it was interesting.
She'll probably die before she shows another nipple. She's on the back nine of her career.
The back nine of her life. But back to Jarri here.
Oh God. Okay.
Back to Jarri here. What you got for us, my man?
Just put it in your hands.
In regards to what?
A crazy story, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
just in general.
Yeah,
Oh man,
that wasn't the best setup.
I know. I was like, damn, was I supposed to?
If you got any big chicks,
And then Bubba peer pressured us into an intro for his bad
Oh,
joke.
boom. Yo, so this is a true story, and
I like him.
I don't know how to even flip this, but I want to say, what was it, like 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I was running a little, whatever. I ain't gonna get into that. I was making a lot of money doing Lyft and Uber. More money,
Okay.
more money than people are aware that you can make on there. So I was running it up. And I was picking up this chick one Sunday, or so I thought. I thought it was a chick getting in the car. It was a dude that she ordered the Uber for. And he gets in the car. He's a little drunk. He's just going on and on. He's probably watching. He's going on and on about how, she told me I had to leave because her son was coming over and she wanted to bring me around her son. He's going on and on for like 20 minutes. Bro, why did I get a text on my phone through the app of the girl saying, tell him to stop lying on me?
What?
Bruh, exactly, dog. I showed him the text. I was like, bro, did you pocket dial her or something? Like, how was she hearing what?
Yeah.
He checked his phone. No pocket dial. I checked mine to make sure I didn't call her on accident on my end. Nothing. So he calls her up. Like, yo, what you tripping for doing all that? Woo, woo, woo. And then she was like, yeah, you in there trying to show off for your Uber driver, and like he had put the phone down. He was like, hey, bro, you know I fuck with you. Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah. He put the phone back up. I don't give a fuck about this Uber driver. I was like, nah, I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I don't know if she bugged him, if she had the microphone on him or what. I couldn't believe that shit, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro. It was like, damn, I really wish I had a camera in my car right now. We be fucking
Maybe she just
famous
knows.
tomorrow.
Maybe she just knows him well enough
I know,
that that's
right?
what he's gonna do.
Right?
It had to be, right? Because I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, so how did you? To this day, you don't even know.
I have no idea, bro.
That's crazy.
Because he showed me his call log. He didn't call her. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
I have no
That's
idea.
funny.
That shit was. Dog, I screenshotted her message when it happened because I was like, nobody's ever gonna fucking believe me that this shit happened. But man, if I had a camera, bro, I'd be a damn celebrity right now. You know, you didn't Uber, dude. That shit was crazy.
No, that's real crazy.
I seen him at a restaurant like months and months later, and it was one of them weird things where I was just like, bro, I'm not even gonna like say what's up and tell him that but I could tell the way he was looking at me, he recognized me. I was like, I ain't even gonna bring it up, man.
That's funny, man. That's really good.
Oh, man.
Strange things that happen in an Uber. The way you first told the story, I thought it was going to be a trans person.
Oh, because
It's like, oh, yeah,
he went from dude to chick.
I'm like,
chick
oh, hold
to
on, what's
dude.
going on?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't even find that shit.
Do you stay away from LGBT jokes?
Not on purpose, but yeah, I do. But when I get one that's good enough, I'll definitely say. I used to do one that was crazy. It was hilarious, but it was crazy. It was a little too far, a little too, you know what I'm saying? It was when I was going through my villain era as a comedian, but I'm not. I mean, the way I do it is I make people sign like morality contracts. So I'll start out on top of just saying something that's like off the wall, that's to like my detriment. And once they laugh at that, it's just like, you can't be mad at that. You were just laughing at my dad's funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so you're saying, yeah, it'll be on you. The joke's on you, your family, or whatever.
They love it.
So you come out the gate with that, and then you basically clear the way to say whatever they
Exactly.
I like that.
Don't get offended now. When it was on me, it was all good. Now it's on you, and you feeling the kind of way.
But if that goes bad, do you kind of change up where you're going to go next?
Yeah, 100%. I kind of envy people who have like a set list and they just
roll with it no matter what.
Exactly. My shit is always just a vibe. I'm just up there vibing, and how it goes, and you know what I mean.
That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
No,
some of the top comedians. Well, but it is not. Don't get me wrong. Certain comedians, even you're talking about on a national level, they do go through the set list. They're gonna go with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a guy like you could tell, like, and I know you said Dave Chappelle's one of your favorite comedians. Like, he's a guy. He's just up there riffing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I'm sure he can change lanes as he pleases. You know
I
what
think that's again, at the end of the day, you're trying to entertain people.
Yeah.
And if you're not necessarily reaching them with what you're doing, why not adapt? You know,
Right.
if you have a bag, use the bag. Like, don't just be, oh, hey, this is what I wrote up for tonight, and this is what we're rolling, whether it works or not. I just don't know any industry, any aspect of life where that's the answer. It's always about like adapting and figuring things out.
No matter how this goes, this is how it's going down.
Like, who have you ever encountered that had that mentality that you walked away respecting them?
It depends, because like I said, there are a lot of like national and good comedians that's just the way they do, and it's for various reasons. Even in sports, that's the thing. Like, some guys don't have a left hand.
But I don't respect that.
Jaylen Brown has succeeded in the NBA.
But
he's the highest paid player in the NBA history, and he doesn't have a left hand.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, what I'm saying is, I always look at that as weakness. Like, lack of adaptability is a character flaw.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
who
I
have you ever
understand.
encountered in that, and then you really walked away? Man, I really respect that guy.
I understand.
You know that.
And then sometimes, especially in comedy, you really don't know. You know, you really wouldn't know. Because you know, people do bomb at every level, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you could just bomb out, but really it might be he bombed out because he came with this one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Like, I feel like sometimes you can get away with telling a bad joke, maybe two, but if you have a way out, like, the show can keep going. But when you bomb and then the joke is just like, why would you even think that was funny, and you don't have a way out from it, that's when they start to hate you. It's like, bro, you wasted my time up here right now.
Have you ever had like a heckler that you actually like got concerned that it might be more than just heckling? It might turn to fists.
Fists, nah. I've had people heckle me that are like, it's all right. So boom, if I'm doing an open mic, I'm usually around newer comedians. The only time I get like upset by it is if you're a new comedian and you're trying to heckle, because it's like, show some respect. You know what I mean? You're trying to be taken seriously in this industry, and you're coming in very arrogant, and then you go up and you suck too. I don't like you as a person no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
they might be drunk too. I've seen that. I've seen that at y'all open
but
mics. Yeah.
man, that's the thing too. The getting drunk thing, man. I've been drinking, going downtown, doing the club promoter thing, all that kind of shit, and like, I've never had no nights for real where I'm just like, damn, I owe some people an apology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I've never really even liked when people use that, oh, I was drunk excuse, because it's like, bro, I done been drunk 1,000 times, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I never went out sad like that. I might have a conversation where I say I said too much or just gave up too much information about something I ain't really even want to talk about, but never to the point where I'm just out disrespecting people and being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see that clip? There was a comedian like John Jones, the MMA guy, was heckling him.
No.
It's kind of funny.
Well, that's you gotta let him rock out.
Yeah, right.
However you want to do this, John, we're okay.
You gotta let him rock out.
Yeah.
Even with the mic stand, you still down 40. You know what I'm saying? You still down 40.
That's what made me think of the question, though.
Now, I was there one night, and it was this it was a person up on stage, and they were performing, and they were going too long. And y'all giving the light. What you do in that situation? Because it's tough because they going, and this person, the crowd going pretty good. So it's not like they're bombing. They're going pretty decent. But because it's several reasons I would imagine y'all got the light. Because number one, y'all got to move the fucking show along. Right. But I'm sure y'all, if a person is killing the crowd, y'all probably do let them go a little bit longer than you would expect. Yeah. But when they just keep fucking going, what can you do? Because that night you really couldn't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
You got to hit that soundboard and turn that mic off. You know what I mean? You got to turn that mic off. Or, I mean, I haven't had to do it, but I've seen people have to walk on stage and hey, bro, it's over.
For real?
let it go.
Let it go.
The ship is sailed.
I was going to ask, though, does like the host of the show have his own mic, though, at all times, or no?
Nah, usually not. Usually not. But, yeah, I might have to start implementing that. The 2 mic system, just so the show can run faster, so the host doesn't have to get back on stage and take up more time. Because if we did it like that, we could probably get more comedians on the show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you had a second mic, you could just kind of like, hey, we're gonna move on to that.
But they shouldn't have to do that because even if you're a first-time comedian, you should know what the fucking light.
But people,
they be flashing that
but
fucking
people are assholes, though. Like they're just assholes sometimes.
The industry of comedy attracts some of the biggest fucking weirdos you will ever meet in your life. Some people they don't have any social cues. They're living in their own reality. Yeah. So, they'll go on stage and try to run to 10, 15, 20. Like, bro, let it go. And then they'll get off stage. Oh, they hating on me, bro. I was killing and they try to cut me short. I'm better than everybody else that's on this lineup. Why wouldn't you let me go longer? Bro, it was horrible. It was horrible. We were not enjoying that, bro. But people be living in their own delusions. You know what I mean? So I get a bad, I won't say a bad, there's a narrative that's out there about me that I just I let it fly because it keeps people away from me. But I just have an unapproachable asshole demeanor to people. And, I mean, I'm not saying that's true or false, but I'm letting it ride because it keeps the weirdos the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? It's like repellent. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real confident in yourself in a particular way to, you know what I mean, feel comfortable around me, I guess.
No, that's what's up.
That is interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't even know if you remember, but you bought me a drink actually at the last one.
I don't remember that
I know
at all.
you was.
Where
you had to drink a couple. It was at that don't tell.
Don't tell.
Yeah, the one that
Which
was
one?
up there at the attic, upstairs. At the attic.
Do.
Yeah, upstairs.
Damn, that's crazy, y'all. You a funny dude, man, because you got a real low key, chill demeanor, bro.
Yeah, I be. Chilling,
you know what I'm saying? Real fly on the wall type business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a ghost. He don't even make noise when he walk. Just gliding around.
He's a ninja.
That's crazy.
When is the next don't tell?
This Friday.
Is this Friday?
You pretty much go every Friday and Saturday on that?
Every Friday and Saturday, yep.
And where do you how can somebody find out when the next location is going to be?
You got to go to don'ttellcomedy.com and then type in the city that you're in and it'll show up. So if you want to find Orlando, just type Orlando and it'll be like May 23rd, March 16th or whatever, you know what I mean?
Cool. I ain't have to do all that last time. I think you just put a link on your page or something and it goes directly there. So they can also hit you. So your Instagram is it just Jarri Knows?
Yeah, Jarri Knows. Hit me at Jarri Knows. I send you the link. And, I mean, you won't know the venue. I ain't going to tell you. You ain't going to know the venue until the day of. And, man, this shit is just a vibe, man. I can't believe this is a thing.
Can you, because we was talking off mic about it. Can you talk about, how it's a great date, date night type of thing? Just go through that.
Oh, man. All right, so, boom, the whole premise for the Don't Tell thing is that it's a comedy show in places that comedy normally doesn't exist or live shows at all. We've had shows at skate parks. We did one at, a juvenile detention center We did one
It's a hell of a
at
day.
a yeah, but like the setting is just it's just a spontaneous kind of thing. We did one in like a shoe store, and yeah, man, you pay $25, and for the most of the shows they're usually BYOB. So if you and a young lady want to go out, $50 on the ticket, bottle of what y'all drink, Taylor Port, $15. You at $65, you get drink and a show. I mean, or you could go to the restaurant, take her out, you down $150 off rip. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna eat, and you're gonna have to chit chat. You got to provide the conversation. Whereas at the comedy show, we doing all the talking. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't lose, bro.
For introverted dudes, this is the answer.
Come on, man. Forget about it. Different location every time. So if you a dude that got 6 shorties on your roster,
come on, man.
That's 6 weeks worth of thinking. You don't even got to do it no more. Whereas if you want to keep going to the same bar and over with 6 different girls, the bartender gonna recognize you. She gonna know you a dirtbag.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? That's one less shorty that you can add to your roster.
You're preaching above his life.
Talk about it.
Whereas you can come to the comedy show in the shoe store and bag the cashier. You know what I'm saying? She don't know you a dirtbag.
Because I bought one to the last Don't Tell, but I wasn't going to bring her to the next one. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have any issues.
Yeah.
That's a plus for me.
We don't tell, you don't tell. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's all jokes, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't believe in, polygamy. Yo, I was thinking the other day, isn't it messed up, like, polygamists get, like, this vibe of, like, being sexual weirdos?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But every other sex thing is accepted, like furries and you know what I'm saying, like all of this weird shit. But I think it says more about you if you have 2 women that love you than just one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just love and I want love from a lot of people. Am I a bad person for that? I'm not saying I'm a polygamist. No. I'm just putting myself in their shoes.
You just have great respect for them.
But what it is, I'm sure way back in the dark golden ages, women put a bad
dark golden ages.
Golden because that had to be a fun time to live. You could just fuck everywhere, fuck outside, you fuck all day, and you really didn't have to work.
In the days of Caligula, the horse will fuck you too.
But I'm sure women put a bad onus on that. But every other sex thing, like he said, is acceptable, you know, because it just involves you and her. But anything that involves multiple, she's, no, that's fucked up. And then they put it out into the world, and now everybody thinks it's fucked up.
Yeah,
there you go.
Add the P to the LGBTQ thing, and y'all will have my support.
So clearly, you don't have his support now. Cancel this guy.
I'm on the fence.
I'm on the fence
about support, y'all. Just how y'all on the fence.
just rope in the polygamy, and we're all good.
Right.
But yeah, because I feel like
negotiation.
You gotta have mad hotep dudes at the pride parades, the Black Israelites out there. Hey, we got to get down.
They'll feel protected. They see those guys.
Aren't the Mormons big on the multiple wives?
Hell yeah,
maybe.
I think so.
I think it's only worked one way though. It's only like for men with the multiple wives. Like that's the thing I noticed in the polygamous world, because I follow the pages because the conversations are just interesting,
enlightening.
Yeah. They always try to be like, no, it's cool if shorty want to have 3 husbands too. Now we gotta be fair. Mormons not going for that. You know what I'm saying?
No, they ain't going for that. No, that's hilarious though. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be one of the. You kind of probably already is. I was gonna say one of the extra guys. You know what I'm saying? When you think about
that's
it,
exactly what I was thinking.
when you out here,
she just doing it in your face.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference.
The thing is though, is once you take that pic, like this is her, this is me, and this is him, it gives off that image of like, damn, so y'all be all just doing it together at the same time. That's okay, shorty got a roster. I'm on the roster. Cool. I'm number 2, 3, whatever.
Right.
That I can deal with. But just to be sitting on a date with the nigga right there.
We not doing none of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to make small talk.
You looking crazy.
So how was your day?
Right.
You living in the same house. Who gets to sleep in the master bed? I'm not sleeping in the bed with him. But also, I don't want to be in the next room. I want to be in the master bedroom.
Right.
What determines all of this stuff?
Which hole you gonna get tonight? Do a rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, we know what whole Ant's getting tonight.
Shout out to Ant. It's his birthday. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just not a situation for me because there's too many variables, man. Too many variables.
too many detestable characteristics.
You know, what if he's making less money than me? Who's paying, most of the bills?
Not only you're paying her bills, you're paying his bills too.
I'm paying more of the bills, but he's fucking more. Like
right, because he's not working. He's just at the crib pounding around.
And I'm at work.
Slaving.
You get back for round 3 or 4.
You walk in, yo, how was work, bro? All right. Bet. I'm almost done.
That's
Hold up.
crazy.
I'm almost done. Hold on.
How was work, bro? It's crazy. That's crazy work right there, man.
But look at me though.
Oh man.
Let me see here. Ebony says, Bubba, with a little bit of practice, you're going to be great.
Wow.
You're late with that comment, Ebony, but I will take it. I appreciate that.
Only a little bit of practice?
And then Chris is saying it is a lot of black people in Indianapolis.
No, I've never been there.
No, me either. Don't plan on going either.
I'm sure there was during All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Lay is asking what time is the game tomorrow. All right, so what's next? We better end.
9:45, Lay.
Yeah, 9:45, Lay. So the don't ask, don't tell, or just don't tell?
No, just don't tell.
Don't tell is Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other things coming up right after that?
Tomorrow I'm doing the dark comedy.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Comedy dark at Grape and Grain, and I'm doing Milk District comedy at Barley and Vine. I'll let y'all know this is my first time talking about it publicly, but I'm working on a comedy bar crawl.
What is that?
Right now? So just how they do bar crawls downtown where people just bar hop. I'm working on like a comedy bar crawl where at 5 o'clock this show is going on here, at 5 o'clock this show is going on here, and people can just like hop from show to show in the Milk District. There's like 5 venues over there that we're working with, so we're gonna be like, 6:30 here, 7 o'clock here, da. You can just rotate. We'll do like a 20-minute intermission in between shows just to give people time to walk over to the other venue or whatever.
Okay.
That'd be dope. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Fresh, dope ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not comedy show on Tuesday, every Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You still have those, but the supplement it with some good.
You got to be innovative.
Yeah,
Can I toot my own horn? I feel like people aren't taking advantage of the times that we live in because a lot of the stuff they're doing right now in the comedy world is the first time doing it. But when I first started doing this shit, I was producing my own shows. So now that I see how easy it is with the internet to get people to come out, I'm like, oh, y'all niggas is sleeping. You used to have to be lit to sell a show out. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't even have to tell niggas to line up on Don't Tell. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like people are coming, they're paying top dollar to come out to a comedy show. They don't even know where it's at and they don't know who the lineup is. And 100 people are still showing up to that. Get on your game. Learn how to market, learn how to advertise because you can make some money and move some chains out here. You know what I'm saying? And people, they're so fresh to it that they're just like slow rolling it and nah, fuck that. Do 5 shows a week in 5 different places all at the same time. Fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be there.
Let's go.
This shit is unbelievable, bro. I just be sitting back like, and it's cool because like it's working to my benefit now. I get to like expand my brand and like do more shows and put together more productions and shit. But at the same time, I can't lie. I'm a little jaded because I'm like, man, y'all don't know how hard a nigga had to work to sell 100 tickets 6-7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all just doing that shit with a push of a button. I used to have to drop tickets off at people's houses and shit, take pictures with niggas I ain't like. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy.
Yeah, you should release on your Instagram like just random pictures of people I didn't like.
A whole reel, like,
for real.
Yeah, this dude is a little weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He used to let me smash his sister. Like, it was all good.
What a gentleman. Was she good, like?
Say what?
Was she good, like?
I wish I could lie to you, but I just made that up.
Okay.
I should have just kept it. Nah, you know why I didn't keep it going? My friend. You know why I didn't keep it going? Because I ain't want somebody out there to really think I'm talking about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, let me chill.
What are you trying to take this comedy to? Like,
man, I want to produce a festival, full blown, full scale, 2,000 people comedy / music festival. So I'm just slow rolling that. That's what I'm working towards. I've been saying this shit from the very beginning. I've been looking for this clip on this podcast I did like fucking 10, 11 years ago. But I never got into comedy wanting to be the biggest Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, superstar, comedic, internet. I want to just produce stuff. I want to be behind the scenes. I want to write, and I want to be that dude where it's like, yeah, like he can do his thing on stage, like don't sleep. But he just choose not to. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like Byron Allen. Byron Allen is like a mogul in comedy. He's like one of the richest comedians to ever live. He owns like Viacom and Weather Channel. And he don't got no specials. You know what I'm saying? He started off as a comedian. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be hopping. You see, we're seeing it right now in real time. All of these like older comedians hopping on the camera. Oh, they owe me $50. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to go outside like that. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but like, let's call it what it is, man. Y'all going outside. If you was my motto is the ones that's winning ain't complaining. So that's all true. All of this crying and I'm seeing, I'm like, man, you telling the people a lot more than what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that though. Yeah. I mean, if you're complaining, you're not winning.
Yeah, bro.
That's the thing. If somebody who bitches about you, they're never above you. They're always below.
You know how crazy you look to be up $100 million and be like, yo, that cashier at the liquor store writing a whole post about it. Like, no, bro, you winning. You're not worried about that. I was thinking about it the other day because people always want to be like, yeah, when I get my moment, I'm a shit on this person and I'm a really like stunt and da-da-da-da-da. But think about it like this, bro. When Obama got elected and he walked up to the podium, he wasn't like, in 9th grade, my teacher said I wasn't never going to be shit. You know what I'm saying? He had his eyes on the future. And a lot of people, when they win shit, that's where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And they're not doing that to like masquerade as like a humble person. It's just an honest feeling of when you in that moment and you winning, you don't even want to acknowledge people in your past that you want to shit on because you really uplifting them. So you really want to shit on them, bro, stop complaining.
Biggie did in Juicy, though.
Yeah. He went for that moment.
Yeah.
He was probably losing when he recorded that song.
He wasn't there yet. He wasn't there yet.
Selling, you know what I'm saying?
He was manifesting.
Right.
He was manifesting. But yeah, you know that's big in the black community, though. You know, we feel compelled to tell you shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
these are the motherfuckers who shit on me, said I wasn't gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to know. Right. I want you to know that I want everybody to know that you said this shit. And look where I'm at now. and that's
and
why
more importantly, look where you're at.
That's why they got to wear all the big watches and chains and all the
right.
designer clothes. That's
you know
that's tied to
you
the
know
same
something
reason.
I've been trying to like master lately because I was real like not on this type of shit, but like when you have you ever fell out with a homie, like somebody like super close to you?
Yeah.
Those be the worst like fallouts, right?
Yeah.
Like because you love that person.
Yeah.
But that love is matched with the hate that you like. You got a new hate for them, but it's really because you love them. So like a lot of times when people be like, "Oh fuck you, you try to shit on me," dog, you bringing their name up and bringing relevance to their name because you got some kind of like admiration. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to acknowledge it as that or not. I've been working on controlling shit with my silence. Like it's people that be taking shots at me online and trying to like provoke a reaction out of me and get my attention because they really want me to embrace them. Yeah. But now my silence is gonna hurt way more than me telling you how I feel about you. Now you got to go to bed at night wondering how I feel about you. That shit is what drives people crazy and how I build up that pressure. I mean, it sounds evil, but I mean,
I like it.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm trying to get rid of all of that because I used to love the fucking like, man, suck my dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to love the confrontation, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really trying to just master, like, you not even worth speaking to or about now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get on that.
Yeah.
There's a beauty in inflicting mental damage.
Yeah, bro. I love it.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, let's go here. We got two quick things to hit. No, one quick thing to hit. And then
just one.
Yeah, I don't think I want to talk about Rivers.
No.
Yeah. You don't want to talk about it. It always sound like he just woke up from a bad dream. What? We blew a 3-1 lead.
That's pretty good, actually.
Tell us some of the guys were in Cabo.
Yeah. No, I wanted to quickly hit, of course, hometown from Jones, right? DeAndre Robinson. DeAndre Robinson, right? DeAndre Robinson. All right, just bought his mama a home, man, after getting the NIL deal. Haven't even started college yet, and buying your mama a house.
Yes,
That's
okay.
some crazy money, man.
That's the part of the story I didn't get. I assumed he was on the Gator team last year, but this is a guy that just committed and signed to the Gators. Already rolling in enough NIL money to buy a new crib.
That's usually like, draft day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We moved things up quite a bit.
What
He's
up? 5 years ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
4 years ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
This is why rap music falling off. This nigga's supposed to be in a studio somewhere. This nigga out here getting real money with no strings attached. Oh, no, I can't have that. Can't have that.
That's funny, though.
That's crazy. But the first thing I thought about was like, damn, I didn't know the money was this crazy. Because, we had Peyton on here, the 5-star offensive lineman, and he was telling us some numbers, but it wasn't like buy your mama a brand new house.
Well, but see, okay, look at the clip, though. It says a $111K valuation. Like, what did he pay for this house? Like, what did he put down on it?
Yeah.
There's I hate to be the bearer of cynicism, but it's kind of like what's the situation? Did he have enough money that he paid a house cash, or did he have enough money that he put down a down payment and he knows whatever his NIL situation, he'll be able to carry a mortgage comfortably?
Because what we talked about also is it may not be his only NIL deal. Like he may have others too.
But logistically though, I mean, am I splashing down $300,000-$500K on a house like now we're cashed out, mom's good, or am I putting down like $30,000 and taking a mortgage? But
probably
that's most likely. Yeah,
most likely.
Yeah, but again, I think it's important, and I don't want to shit on this. This is great for this kid. It's great for his family. I don't want to say anything negative about that, but when you see the story like this, it makes you like, what does it say? Like the other kids in school and whatever, what are they thinking? This guy just got $500K, $1 million or more, or whatever. But they're saying right here, 111K evaluation. Like, all right, maybe he's going to get 111 for his freshman year. That's great. That's fantastic. But again, let's not get carried away and think the money's maybe deeper than that.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's going to get more. Because I was watching the Johnny Manziel. He was on with Shay. Shay. And he was saying how his the year he left to go pro, his dad went to Texas A&M coaches and was like, hey, we'll stay for $2 million. We'll stay for 2 years because I guess he was a redshirt sophomore. We'll stay for 2 more years if you give us $2 million. And the coach laughed in his face. Right?
Yeah.
And then the coach ended up getting fired and never coached again. I don't know if you know that. And
it's Kevin Sumlin, right?
Never been a head coach again. I don't know if he.
Well, he went to Arizona.
Oh, well, right after that.
He got fired after that.
He got fired. So right after the Arizona kid. Now, because back then before NILs, that's how it was all backdoor deals. Like
backdoor money.
You wasn't supposed to exchange, especially not no fucking $2 million. But that was Johnny said he knows for a 100% fact that was happening at every school: Florida State, Alabama, Florida, all of the schools.
Yeah.
Tebow's, all these guys, they're getting money. Under the table,
right?
You know what I'm saying. And some got caught for it. We'll catch the story every once in a while. Somebody get caught. But
when you throw in $2 million, like it's his pro career was so bad, but you go back to his college, he was enormous.
Oh yeah,
like he was an absolute sensation, and
he had already proved it on the field.
Yeah,
this guy
here
hasn't even stepped on college campus yet.
For sure,
you know what I'm saying. But my point is because a lot of these guys in high school, back in the day, they would buy the guy's parents a house.
Yeah.
That would be the thing.
Like give him some random job or whatever. Coach K would move everybody to Durham.
Okay.
That was his move. I mean, he would recruit a guy, and then miraculously, his mom or dad or both ended up with a nice paying job somewhere in Durham, North Carolina, even if they're from Louisiana or New Jersey or wherever.
All of a sudden, the winning lottery ticket was in their pants.
Yeah.
And but so instead, that money is just going from there to officially in these players' hands. That's my point.
Yeah.
So that's all that's going on. And your NIL opportunities, they advance as you perform better on the field. But whatever, we don't hope for this, but what if a guy blows his first NIL deal and then doesn't pan out on the field? Probably wishing.
No, you got to be you got to be. There's a performance element to this. you know, and you've got to deliver the goods, and there's no way around that. You know, if you're not playing, they're going to recruit over you. They'll encourage you to transfer out, and just you're going to be marginalized. They can cut the NIL money if they want. Yeah, you absolutely have to perform, or it's going to be. But that's life.
Yeah,
that's life. You know, you get into the league that, you know, after your first contract, if you're not playing, you're out of the league. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's okay. Like, it's okay to put an onus on people to perform, like, and not, you know, just pay people to suck.
Yeah,
they still kids though. That don't matter.
Grown ass men. 18 or 19 years old.
Yeah, you up 100 bands, you a fucking grown man in the world.
No, but seriously, if you look at that, like, they are investing money in you. You're negotiating to get this money. You got to do something for the money.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a bad investment, and if they can get out of it, they're gonna. You know, you become a man when you sign on and people are paying you to perform.
Right.
You buy your mama a house.
Yeah.
You buy your mama a house, you can smash all her friends. People don't know that.
do you say that from personal experience?
No, that's real.
You better hope your mom's got some fine friends, though.
No, my homie bought a house one time, and I don't want to talk about it.
I kind of want you to talk about it. Why not? Imagine that, though. He just makes the round of the friends, just out there cougar hunting.
Literally.
Wow.
If you buy the house, do you feel, you know, like this is still my house, mama? Like,
yeah, that changes the dynamic for sure.
You smashing other chicks in the house?
You do whatever you want. You're walking around with no shirt on, whatever you want to do. You bought the house. I mean, at some point, that's the new reality.
Most parents try to set that rule too, like, oh, when you pay the bills here,
that's true.
Hey,
he's probably heard that
when
for about
9 years old. And you told me.
He's probably gotten to pay the bills speech since he was about 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm paying the bills. So, Mom, you get the smaller bedroom and keep your mouth closed when I'm smashing in the other room. Don't cause no trouble.
All right. Let them know where they can find you at. Again, your IG and the websites one more time.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can find me at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that, at Jarri Knows, JarriKnows. Follow me. I follow back if you bad. That was that sounded a lot cooler in my head, but then when I said it, I'm like, that's not even me.
Hey, it's all about getting your reps in and getting better.
I know, right?
All right, man. On the Bench Podcast. We'll catch you guys next week.
Hey,
we out.
Appreciate y'all boys for having me, man.
Oh, that was fun, man. Enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.